The first video tonight comes from footage shared by TikTok user @BoobyDoom on September 27, 2023, in the United States, under the caption, "Can't have a moment of peace." The clip runs just over a minute and shows a doorbell camera recording from the homeowner's residence, posted after the incident occurred while they were away from the house.
This footage right here literally is the reason I never ever want to leave my house again. Me and my husband don't really get out much together, so we hired a babysitter and went out to dinner. And my phone had an alert, and this is what we saw on the doorbell. We called our babysitter and told her to go into the master bedroom and lock herself in the bathroom. Told her basically nothing's wrong, just a precaution. And we left the restaurant and came right home. But on the way home, of course, I'm watching this. God, I don't know what was said. The whole video recorded as white noise. But clearly she has something in her hands and it looks like a baby. And there's a storm outside. I don't know what her intentions were until we saw what she did at the end. But before that, she's just staring up into the sky. There was no rain. It was just thunder and lightning, constant. I had the babysitter on speakerphone on the way home while I'm watching this happen. We tried to reassure her and let her know that the police are on their way. It won't be too long. What I saw next made my heart drop. The thing we can see her holding here that looks like a baby was a doll. She must have been using it as a prop to get into people's houses.
While the homeowners are out to dinner, they receive a motion alert from their doorbell camera and open the app to check it. The live feed shows an unknown woman standing directly outside their front door in the middle of a thunderstorm. Instead of knocking or speaking, she stands completely still, staring upward as lightning flashes around her. In her arms, she appears to be holding a baby. As the couple continues watching, they grow increasingly alarmed, especially knowing their babysitter is alone inside the house. They immediately call her, instructing her to go into the master bedroom, lock herself in the bathroom, and stay on the phone as a precaution. The couple leaves the restaurant and begins heading home while monitoring the footage. Suddenly, the woman drops what she is holding, revealing it is not a baby, but a doll. Moments later, she moves toward the front door, then abruptly turns and flees the property, disappearing into the night. Police are contacted, but by the time officers arrive, the woman is gone, leaving behind only the disturbing footage. The next horrifying video comes from a short clip captured by a Ring doorbell camera in Fort Worth, Texas. The footage is brief, but what it shows quickly turns strange, leaving viewers questioning what they're actually seeing. The video opens with a half-naked man standing outside the home, gripping a nearby pole. He appears to be speaking to someone just out of frame, gesturing with his hands as if engaged in a conversation. His movements are erratic and unfocused, as though reacting to a presence the camera cannot capture. As the man begins to walk away from the doorbell camera, something unusual happens. His body starts to fade, becoming partially transparent. A black truck parked behind him becomes visible through his figure, making it appear as though he is no longer fully solid. Birds can be heard chirping in the background as the man continues moving away. With each step, his form grows fainter, until he disappears entirely from view. The combination of his strange behavior and apparent transparency has sparked speculation online. Some believe the clip shows a camera glitch or lighting issue, while others are convinced something far more unsettling was caught on camera. The footage offers no explanation, ending as abruptly as the figure vanishes. The next chilling video comes from footage uploaded to TikTok by @surveillance.camera.96, showing a brief but alarming moment captured on a surveillance camera in Apple Valley, California. The clip opens with a man outside near a large inflatable as sudden gusts of wind begin to pick up. He appears to lose control, shouting as he clings to the inflatable while it strains against the wind. The sound of heavy gusts fills the audio as someone off-camera calls out, asking what's happening and urging him to let go. The situation escalates quickly, but ends just as fast. The man is later reported to have suffered only minor injuries. The footage then cuts to commentary, noting that similar incidents have occurred elsewhere. In Arizona, a bouncy castle carrying children was lifted by strong winds, causing panic, but no serious injuries. In contrast, a 2021 incident in Tasmania, Australia, resulted in multiple deaths after an inflatable was carried more than 30 feet into the air. The clip ends by underscoring how quickly unsecured inflatables can become dangerous, with the sound of wind lingering as the footage fades out. The next shocking video of the night comes from footage uploaded to TikTok by @Charby11, showing a disturbing moment captured on a Ring doorbell camera in an unknown location in the United States. The clip opens in near darkness, accompanied by low, eerie background music. At approximately 4 a.m., an unknown woman approaches the front door. The homeowner later shares the footage online, describing the moment as unsettling and unexplained. The woman stands at the door for several seconds before turning and walking away. As she moves out of frame, something unusual happens. Her figure appears to fade into the darkness, giving the impression that she vanishes entirely, rather than simply walking off. Some viewers believe the effect is caused by shadows and limited visibility, while others are convinced the footage shows something far more unsettling. What remains unclear is why the woman approached the house at all, and what she intended to do. The clip ends without any explanation, leaving viewers to speculate about the woman's sudden appearance and even stranger disappearance. The next video comes from an unsettling clip shared on Reddit by user Navy_Beans showing a late-night motion alert captured by a home security system on a remote mountain property. Shortly before 1 a.m. on July 31st, 2020, the homeowner receives a motion alert and opens the live camera feed, only to be met with an alarming sight. A completely naked man is seen slowly walking up the driveway toward the house. His movements appear unsteady and unnatural. A second camera angle then shows him pacing erratically across the property, seemingly disoriented. As eerie music plays, the man wanders aimlessly, stopping at one point to grab a garden hose from its wheel before carrying it around the side of the house and briefly disappearing from view. For several tense moments, it's unclear where he's gone or what he might do next. Eventually, he reappears and slowly walks back down the driveway, leaving the property without any direct confrontation. The homeowner later explains the house sits on a secluded 3-acre mountain property, miles from the nearest town. While many commenters believe the man was likely under the influence and lost, most agreed that witnessing something like this unfold on a live security feed, alone, in the middle of the night, is genuinely terrifying. The next footage comes from a strange piece of home security video uploaded to Reddit by user CJ78000012. Captured by a Ring camera, the clip shows a quiet, snow-covered backyard overlooking a frozen lake in the middle of winter. The video opens on a still view of the frozen lake behind the property. For several seconds, nothing appears out of place, until a faint light begins to illuminate part of the ice in the distance. At first, the light resembles a flashlight sweeping across the surface. Moments later, something more unusual takes shape. The glow appears to outline what looks like a human-shaped figure standing on the frozen lake. Confused by what they're seeing, the homeowner pauses the footage to get a closer look. Even while paused, the glowing figure remains visible, fixed in the same position on the ice. When the video resumes, the figure is suddenly gone. The light disappears without movement or transition, leaving the lake dark and empty once again. The footage was shared online in search of an explanation, but no clear answer was found. Some viewers suggested reflections or camera artifacts, while others found the sudden appearance and disappearance far more unsettling. The clip ends without resolution, leaving the strange figure unexplained. The next video of the night comes from an unsettling piece of CCTV footage uploaded to TikTok by @LenaroyKanji on August 10, 2021. The short clip, running under a minute, appears to show a strange figure captured by a street-facing security camera, leaving viewers divided over what it actually shows. The footage opens on a quiet street at night, recorded by a stationary CCTV camera. Almost immediately, a figure comes into view, walking calmly down the road. At first glance, it appears to be a man, but something is clearly wrong. There is no visible head. As the figure continues walking, the absence becomes even more unsettling. The body is clearly defined, with natural movement in the arms and legs, yet there is no blurring, obstruction, or distortion where the head should be. Moments later, the figure vanishes completely from the frame. Almost immediately after, a truck drives down the street from the opposite direction, passing through the same area where the figure had been walking seconds earlier. While many viewers point to a camera or compression glitch, others note the lack of visual distortion typically associated with such errors. The clip offers no explanation, leaving viewers to decide whether it shows a technical anomaly or something far harder to explain. The next horrifying video comes from an unsettling piece of Ring doorbell footage shared by Mark Grillo on May 5, 2016. The short clip captures a strange late encounter involving a complete stranger behaving in an unusually intrusive way outside a private home.
Yeah, you can't stand. Yeah, I can't stand. This is just totally rehab. Beautiful, that ceiling.
Was it anything on the ceiling too? Oh, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you're not down this hall, you're across something, right?
Yeah.
The footage opens with a woman standing near the front porch, focused on one of the windows. She mutters to herself, repeatedly saying, "You can't see in," as she tries to peer inside. Her hands are full, suggesting she has no intent to break in, yet her behavior is inappropriate and unsettling. Two other people stand at the bottom of the steps, dressed neatly and waiting. They do not approach the door or interact with the camera, simply watching as the woman continues. After a short time, she gives up, rejoins the others, and the group walks away together. No confrontation occurs, and no explanation is given. The clip ends with unanswered questions about why they were there at all, leaving the moment unsettling for its sheer oddness rather than any immediate threat. The next chilling video comes from footage captured by Matt Bell on March 21, 2017, in the United States. What begins as a casual recording quickly turns into a dangerous situation as a nearby house fire escalates without warning. The video opens with Matt filming his street when flames suddenly burst from his neighbor's house. The fire intensifies rapidly, and just over a minute in, a flaming piece of debris is launched across the street, landing in Matt's hedges with a loud thud. The impact ignites a small fire in his yard, showing how quickly a single blaze can put surrounding homes at risk. Neighbors immediately rush over with garden hoses, working together to put out the flames before they can spread further. Emergency services arrive shortly after and bring the situation under control, preventing the fire from reaching other houses. The clip ends with the danger contained, underscoring how fast fires can escalate and how critical quick action can be in moments like this. The next shocking video of the night comes from an unsettling piece of Ring doorbell footage shared by YouTuber Shane King on November 29, 2021, in the United States. Uploaded with the caption, "Video taken from my neighbor's Ring camera." The short clip shows a late-night visit that has disturbed viewers ever since.
This was at around 3:30 in the morning. A few people have said they can see someone lurking in the dark behind her. but I don't see anything.
Motion detected
Whatever
at
it
your
was,
front
it
door.
felt ominous for some reason. The girl seemed afraid. I hope she is okay.
At around 3:30 a.m., a young child approaches the front door and knocks. Almost immediately, she turns around, glancing behind her, as if checking whether someone is nearby. Moments later, the child steps closer to the camera. When the doorbell's two-way speaker activates, she suddenly panics and runs away from the house, disappearing into the darkness. Some viewers believe they can make out a figure lurking in the shadows nearby, raising concerns that the child may have been used as part of a setup. Others don't see anyone else in the footage and believe the girl herself appears genuinely frightened. The clip ends without answers, sparking debate over what was really happening that night, and leaving many viewers agreeing on one thing: this is not a situation to ignore. The next video comes from a tense encounter shared by YouTuber Alicia Marufo on July 10, 2021, filmed in Sacramento, California. The short clip captures a heated confrontation at the front door involving a woman claiming to be an investigator.
Who are you? Investigator from the California State Board of Equalization.
Okay, so
So
who are
do
you
you-
looking for?
Do you own this property? Are you the owner?
Are you looking for?
I'm looking for the owner of the property.
Well, then I'm pretty sure if you're the tax fraud investigator for the state of California that you'll know how to find a property owner.
Well, if you're not the tenant on the lease, then I'm going to have the police out here and have you removed in 2 days. You understand?
You're funny.
Are you laughing at me?
You look like you're on drugs.
Unless
Are
you
okay?
looks like you're on.
Well, you're being recorded, so I
So
hope that you're representing
it
yourself.
doesn't matter.
You will be reported. So you're.
It
on
doesn't
video.
matter.
Well,
It doesn't
we'll see what the
matter.
police say. We'll see what the police say.
It doesn't matter. It
We'll see
doesn't
what the
matter
police
if
say.
you're. Well, this house looks like it's got issues.
You look like you have issues.
And there's no.
Some at my door.
Okay. Oh, some at your door. You got squatters here at this property, and I'm going to prove to the police that you don't own it. Okay.
You're a squatter. You're on my property. Get off of it.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to have you removed from this property in 2 seconds, and I've got your phone number out here and your son's card, and I'm going to make sure that he's doing no construction without a license.
Handle your business.
Handle your business, because this house looks
Come.
like
You look like Go take a shower.
you got spider webs in your lawn.
You had spider webs in your crotch.
You know what? Go back to doing your drugs and squat on houses that you can't afford, lady, because you're going to be gone.
Okay, come back.
The footage begins as the visitor introduces herself as an investigator from the California State Board of Equalization. Alicia questions why she's there and asks whether she is the property owner or tenant. The woman avoids answering directly, insisting she is looking for the owner. Tension escalates quickly. Alicia warns that if the visitor has no legitimate reason to be on the property, she will call the police. The visitor continues making accusations, claiming the property has squatters, cobwebs in the yard, and other supposed violations. She threatens to report Alicia, referencing her son's construction work and implying authority she refuses to properly explain. Throughout the exchange, Alicia remains firm and refuses to be intimidated. Eventually, the woman walks away, still shouting insults and warnings as she leaves, insisting Alicia will be gone and suggesting she may return later. The clip ends without any proof of the visitor's claims, leaving viewers questioning whether the encounter involved harassment, impersonation, or an attempt to intimidate the homeowner. This unsettling footage was uploaded by Jeff Cohen on May 7, 2018, and captured on a Ring doorbell camera. The short clip shows a disturbing moment involving a man attempting to access a home using keys taken from a nearby vehicle. The footage opens as the homeowner reviews their doorbell recording. An unknown man approaches the front door and begins trying several keys, attempting to unlock it. None of the keys work. After a few seconds, the man abandons the attempt and quickly leaves the property. Jeff later explains that the keys had been stolen from a car left unlocked earlier that day. What seemed like a minor lapse nearly led to a far more serious situation. The clip ends as a reminder of how quickly small oversights can escalate and how opportunistic individuals may attempt to trace stolen items back to a home. This eerie clip was shared by the Howard family on April 5, 2023, and filmed in London. The short video shows an unusual light captured on Ring doorbell footage as the family returned home from a quick trip to the shop. The footage opens as the family reviews the doorbell recording. In the background, a bright light moves rapidly across the sky, appearing to dart or glide past the camera's view. The movement doesn't resemble any ordinary aircraft or object the family can identify. After pausing and reviewing the clip frame by frame, they describe the sight as increasingly unsettling. While no explanation is offered, the object remains unidentified, leaving viewers to decide for themselves what was captured. The clip ends as abruptly as the light appears, adding to the sense of unease. We appreciate you for watching. If these creepy encounters gave you chills, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next drop. There's always another mystery waiting just around the corner.